What's up, everyone? Welcome to BTI. If you are not excited, check your pulse. Bound for Glory is this weekend. Cannot wait to get to Chicago, and also cannot wait to get out of Memphis. I actually text my good friend D'Angelo Williams, the greatest running back in the history of the University of Memphis football team, and I told him, this city is rotten. He called me a hater. So.
Well, he's right.
Okay. Remember D'Angelo Williams had the big match anniversary?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a better match than he did and won the bet that we had that year, actually, as to who would have the better match.
I think that's subjective.
Really? Did you see him try to go through the table and didn't go through the table?
You know what?
Did you catch that part of the match?
How about we talk about the action that happened last week?
That's fine. That's fine if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
We had a absolute banger of a main event, 2 out of 3 falls, killer impact.
Yeah, it was between Frankie Kazarian and Eddie Edwards. Obviously, lots of animosity there.
Is it finally going to come to an end? I mean, fall number 1, your standard, typical wrestling match, you win by pinfall or submission. Fall number 2, you have to win by submission. And if necessary, fall number 3, last man standing. Incapacitate your opponent to the point where he cannot answer the referee's 10 counts. Are you ready? Huh?
Yeah, let's look back at it.
Edwards has won 4 world titles in 3 different promotions, 2 Impact World Championships in this company, of course. Oh!
And Edwards here taking the real physical battle to Kazarian early in this one.
Battled this past summer right here on Access TV. Tried to be teammates for a moment. That went out the window due to some miscommunication. A battle at Slammiversary where Tracy Brooks and Alicia Edwards were heavily involved. The back-to-school match and emergence in August in Toronto. Oh! Oh, Boston Knee Party!
What'd I tell you?
Is that it? Eddie wins the first fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the first fall, Eddie Edwards. The second fall will be fought submission only.
What'd I tell?
Trying to position Frankie. Single leg Boston Crab.
Rolling right through into that crab. And now it's Kazarian on the back foot again.
Kazarian gets to the bottom rope. The official breaks up the submission.
In this whole match, though, Tom, I mean, it's been Kazarian finding little openings. But Eddie Edwards always seeming to have an answer here.
Now trying to set up Frankie Kazarian here in the corner. He's got a hold of Kaz. Backpack stunner.
Edwards continuing to feel confident.
Oh, wait a minute, chicken wing. Edwards taps immediately.
The winner of the second fall, Frankie Kazarian. The third fall will now be fought under last man standing rules.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, nothing on the stage. Styles clash. From one Impact original to another. This is what Kazarian was talking about. The legacy of Impact Wrestling. The legacy of Frankie Kazarian as well in this company.
And absolutely laying out Edwards on the stage. And now Frankie Kazarian, turning his attention to Alicia Edwards here.
And Alicia Edwards, if it weren't for her, Eddie Edwards would be down out.
Oh, come on now. I know she got involved. That's one thing. But this is too much. Yes, this is too
Alicia's
much.
gotten involved so many times in this rivalry. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're trying to grab Kazarian.
Frankie, no. Put her down. Think about what you're doing, Frankie.
Kazarian's had enough of Alicia. That one was for Tracy Brooks. Just absolute carnage here at ringside, and now Kazarian trying to dive back into the ring, but there's Eddie Edwards on top of Kazarian with Edwards' wife in the rubble.
Get some help down, yes, please.
And now Edwards
That's how bitter, how personal this has all gotten.
The official continuing his count because Kazarian's off his feet. Edwards is checking on his wife, who had no business being involved in this match in the first place.
I'll cop to that, but I think that was a step too far. That's how bitter, though, this has all gotten.
Oh, this whole thing has gone too far. It's gotta end. That's why we're having this 2 out of 3 falls killer impact match.
One way or another, it all ends here for these two. Wait a minute. Frankie Kazarian's got a hold of Edwards. Fade to black through the table. Good God. That's a man's skull. He just drove through that table straight through to the floor.
But now both men are down in the rubble.
Someone's got to answer this 10 count, Tom, to win this match.
Count of 6, Kazarian, and now Edwards starting to move somehow. Count of 8. Kazarian's up. Kazarian beats respect in Edwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Frankie Kazarian.
It took anything. It took everything. But I finally believe that Frankie Kazarian has closed the book on Eddie Edwards. My God, Tom. What a conclusion to a storied rivalry.
Finally, it has come to an end. Frankie Kazarian adds to his sensational legacy in Impact Wrestling. But what is next for Kazarian as we roll towards Bound for Glory?
Well, after a brutal, hard-fought match, it was Frankie Kazarian that came out on top.
What's going to happen on the final Impact before Bound for Glory, live this weekend on pay-per-view. Still to come here on BTI, Knockouts action as KiLynn King faces off against Jody Threat. But up next, more highlights from Impact Wrestling from last week. BTI continues after this. Welcome back to BTI. The biggest weekend of the year is almost here. Bound for Glory live from Chicago, Cicero Stadium. If you can't be in Chicago, then join us live on pay-per-view. Tag team titles were on the line last week.
Oh, yes, they were. And it was the Rascals defending against Sami Callihan and Rich Swann, who've been on quite a roll lately.
Yeah, but they're going to have to go up against the Rascals.
Oh, God. Nasty forearm in return from Miguel.
Oh my God, two men just firing off on each other.
Ooh, that forearm hammering towards Swann. Swann responds with the chop.
Oh, and Miguel, and it's Seguri. Super kick there to Callihan. Tag.
Whoa, did you see the way Miguel controlled Swann there, though?
Oh, Miguel's got Swann up. Trying to position him here. Oh, the blockbuster off the top. Is it enough? Oh, and a kick out by Swann.
Credit where it's due to Swann for his resilience here. You see Zachary Wentz, none too pleased. How about the strength of Trey Miguel, though? Swann trying to deadweight out of that powerbomb. Miguel just hoisting him into the sky.
Wait a minute. Look at the hands of Trey Miguel. He's got that damn can of spray paint.
And he's got the Impact World Tag Team title belt.
And the official all over Miguel on this one.
And well, they're going to send a message clear and simple. Hey, that's not yours.
I was hiding the spray paint from the official. The ref didn't see it. Wentz gets blinded by the spray paint. Could it be time for Swann and Callihan?
No. Not like this. Come on. They cheated. They're cheaters.
Things back Cactus Driver 97!
Not like this!
Cover! Cover! Oh, and a kick out!
Yes! Yes! It's gonna take a hell of a lot more to chop the treehouse to the ground, baby!
Callahan and Swan can't believe it. The assist from Swan. Callahan with the Cactus Driver 97, and Callahan's calling for another one.
Look out, Trey McEldo here in the nick of time.
And a low blow, the ref didn't see it. Was all over Miguel on the outside who made illegal contact. Tag made.
What's good for one cheater is good for another.
What? Hot fire flame. Cover. The Rascals retain. The Rascals are going to Bound for Glory.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners. And still, Impact World Tag Team Champions, the Rascals!
Every single victory the Rascals have had since Wentz has returned to this company, they have cheated, and now they've got to deal with the ABC in defense of their titles at Bound for Glory.
Well, the Rascals retain, and that means that ABC is going to be facing off against them at Bound for Glory.
What a night it's gonna be. And also, don't forget, call your shot, the gauntlet match, to determine who is going to, well, call their shot. You win this match at Bound for Glory, and you get to pick any championship in Impact that you want to challenge for. Now imagine that, 20 people the opportunity. World title matches aren't just given out. You can go your entire career without earning a world championship match, but if you win Call Your Shot, then you get the opportunity, if you want, to go after the World Championship. 5 people competed last week. The winner of this 5-way match enters Call Your Shot number 20. The person who's defeated or the loser enters at number 1.
And now, we're gonna make something of himself here, going for the win.
One for the power.
Oh!
Got all of it. Singh tossed him out of the ring. Is it Singh's time? Oh, and a kick out by Dango.
The ultimate opportunist there. Champagne Singh.
Oh, look at something crawling back onto the ropes with authority.
That clubbing forearm. And wait.
Oh my God.
It's not often you see Jake Something go up top.
And Singh went up to slow down Jake Something. It's a terrifying thought of a 260-pounder up there on the top turnbuckle.
But now Singh looking to bring all that mass down to earth here.
Oh, look out. Look out. Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace gets involved. Everybody goes down.
What a move by Grace into the cover here.
Hook to the leg. Oh, and the leg drop. The last dance to the back of the neck.
And look out. Eric Young back in the ring.
A power slam there by Young, who took a lot of damage in the early goings of this matchup and has now found an opportunity. Right place, right time.
He'll be looking for that huge elbow drop. If he hits it, boom! Into the heart of Dango.
Does Young have the number 20 spot in the Call Your Shot gauntlet? No, and there's Bravo. Bravo got in there.
Yanking Eric Young all the way out to the floor. Now, keeping him at bay.
What
with
is
the
this?
flashlight.
What is this, cops?
It's a bad boy. Someone's gonna come for you, Eric Young. And that someone is Alpha Bravo!
Oh, thank you.
Good night.
Oh, and Singh attacking Young from behind.
Singh again, seeing the opportunity to eliminate some competition. Wait, who's this?
The hell? Wait, is that? Wait a minute. I know who that is. That's. Oh my God! That's Oleg Prudius.
I'll tell you, you remember Vladimir Kozlov? This guy wreaked havoc everywhere. What the hell?
Prudius just took out Champagne Singh and Eric Young. There's no disqualifications in this match. What is Oleg Prudius doing here in the impact zone.
Now what does this mean? Now getting up on the apron. What?
Proteus eye to eye with Jake something. Oh my God, and a straight headbutt there by Proteus.
And right to the arms of Dango here. Is that it?
Oh, wait a minute. Dango, the cover on something. Dango is the number 20 spot in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet.
Here is your winner, Jody Dango.
But you know what this means, Ray? Well, by virtue of being the man who was pinned, Jake something will start the Call Your Shot Gauntlet at number 1.
And look at this. Proteus. Oh, like Proteus here aligned with Dango. That's what this all was about. A plan laid out from the start, Tom.
How will it all play out in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match? 1 week from Saturday in Chicago at Bound for Glory.
Victory for Dirty Dango, a dirty victory over Jake something with the help of Oleg Proteus. What is he doing here?
I don't think anybody expected that. I also, I joke around a lot, but Jake something, to me, I think has a huge upside and a huge career here in Impact Wrestling, and now he has to start at number 1 this Saturday. It's gonna be tough for him, and Dirty Dango gets to come in at number 20, and if Oleg's with him, who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah, but if anyone can do it, I think it's Jake something.
We'll find out Saturday night. Still to come here on BTI, the Knockouts take center stage as KiLynn King takes on Jody Threat. But up next, more highlights from Impact Wrestling from last week. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this. The time is almost here. Bound for Glory weekend is upon us. It all goes down Saturday night, folks. Cannot wait to see what happens in Chicago. But yeah, we got more action to get to from last week.
Yeah, we have to talk about Tasha Steelz versus Courtney Rush. It was hard-hitting knockouts action, and we got to see how it all went down.
The suplex there, maybe thinking about 3 amigos here.
Got 1. A swing of the hips. There's 2. Can we get the trifecta? There it is. That was sick. Don't you like to say that, Tom? When they do something ridiculous? That was awesome.
Things have taken a turn here. Oh,
Wait a minute.
Shoulders down, a Rush. Steelz got a little carried away there. Oh, and a pump kick to Rush. Cover, look to the inside leg. Courtney Rush is still in it. And don't forget, IPWF is back on Saturday, November 11th in Toronto. Be a part of Throwback Throwdown 4, which will air right here on Access TV in the future. Tickets are on sale now via ImpactWrestling.com. On a clothesline over the top, there goes Rush to the outside. Oh, and Jessica keeping an eye on Rush. Tell Purrazzo, don't you dare.
Purrazzo, she's not worried about that. She ain't got time to worry about Jessica. She's got a tag team title match on the horizon.
Oh, yeah, Purrazzo wasn't looming there on the outside at all.
Oh, she looms large in every room she steps in, but that had nothing to do with this match.
Trying to catch Rush there with the cutter. Thought about another pump kick. Oh, and both women go down center of the ring. Great matchup here in Memphis, Tennessee, inside Graceland Live. 1 week away from Saturday, we'll be in Chicago for our biggest event of the year, the 19th annual Bound for Glory. Steelz and Purrazzo certainly want to have momentum heading into their Knockouts World Tag Team title match.
And the city of big shoulders could be the city of big championship wins for Purrazzo and Steelz.
And Rush.
Did Courtney Rush think this is a tag match?
She must have gotten a little discombobulated there. I understand Jessica and Rush compete in a lot of tag matches. But now Rush finding a second win here. Oh, and dumping Steelz.
Was it enough, though, to shut Steelz down for good?
Now trying to step through. Thinking about the sharpshooter one more time. Steelz fends off Rush. Oh. Now taking one out of Jessica's playbook. Bionic elbow.
And now, finally looking to lock in. That sharpshooter got it!
There it is!
Oh no, this is a bad place to be.
Tasha Steelz trying to get to the bottom rope. The official all over Purrazzo, and Steelz got to the bottom rope in time.
Jessica now trying to give some advice to Courtney Rush. She's got to figure out what she's got to do to finally put Steelz away here. She's got the advantage. She's got to keep it.
And Steelz holding on to the ropes. Trying to use it to her advantage and to stay away from Rush. Oh, and the double knees connecting there for Steelz. Is it enough?
Great counter from Tasha Steelz.
Cross into the cover, hook to the leg, and a kick out there by Rush.
And look in the eyes of Tasha Steelz. She thought that was it. She thought it was over. Wanted to sail into Bound for Glory with a win.
And now Steelz with a little bit of a head of steam behind her. Sidestep there by Rush. Ooh! Oh, and Rush into the turnbuckle.
I think Rush was thinking spear. Did not!
Cutter! Cutter! Will that do it?
Gotta be.
Steelz beats Rush.
Here's your winner, Tasha Steelz.
And that's how you want to head towards Bound for Glory in the match for the Knockouts World Tag Team titles.
And look who's watching backstage. The reigning Knockouts World Tag Team Champions MK Ultra, Masha Slamovich, and Killer Kelly. They await Tasha Steelz and Diana Purrazzo in defense of their championships 1 week from Saturday, live in Chicago at Bound for Glory.
Well, a victory for Tasha Steelz. I know that has to feel good with her returning here recently.
And thanks to our good friends at Impact Plus, we now have for you the main event from last year's Bound for Glory. It was for the World Championship, Eddie Edwards versus Josh Alexander. Josh finds himself in the main event this year for the Impact World Championship against Alex Shelley. But to get everybody ready for Bound for Glory, we take you back to last year. A raucous crowd as Josh Alexander faced off against Eddie Edwards.
Boot right to the face, Alexander. Oh, wait a minute!
Catching the leg. Ankle lock caught up here. They're going to have to break this, but that's a great way to get some damage done.
Oh, and a knee by Edwards.
Oh, Jesus, right to the chin of Josh Alexander. And there's the Tiger Driver. That's it.
Is it time for Edwards now? A kick out by Alexander.
How is Alexander staying in this one? How?
The involvement of Honor No More. A second referee having to get involved. A low blow by Kenny King. And the continued assault of Eddie Edwards. Somehow, Josh Alexander's still in it, bloodied and battered.
Now let's not forget the diehard driver on the exposed wood floor.
Alexander literally in a pool of his own blood.
That kick earlier from Eddie Edwards must have busted the champ's nose. And it can be a dangerous thing when you start to see your own blood in a wrestling match.
Alexander back up to his feet. Oh, but for how much longer?
Josh Alexander talks about living, breathing, and quite literally bleeding Impact Wrestling. He's proving that beyond a shadow of a doubt here tonight.
Look at the eyes of Alexander. Oh.
Alexander not giving an inch to the leader of Honor No More, despite everything thrown in his direction.
Champion and challenger pulverizing each other in the main event.
The Bulls are locking horns, throwing blows back and forth here.
Clubbing blows.
Neither one of them wants to give an inch, wants to give way. Everything on the line for both of them. the message, the movement for Eddie Edwards. The championship, his existence here in Impact Wrestling for Josh Alexander.
Alexander continues to battle back. Alexander defiant in the face of Eddie Edwards, who spits into the face of the champion.
Much like he's spit in the face of Impact Wrestling willingly, time and time again, and the champ is firing up and firing back.
Look at Alexander go, hammering away on Edwards. Oh, that quick strike to that busted nose.
Quick jab.
Oh, but just like that. Well, went for the C4 spike. Edwards rolled through, shoulders down. Alexander kicked out.
Tried to get a quick one on Alexander there, not to be.
Oh, and a clothesline. Alexander goes down.
That sickening thud across the collarbone of Josh Alexander.
Going for another Boston knee party. Cold cocked by Alexander.
Oh, and another one.
Following it up. C4 spike.
He got him. Finally.
Josh Alexander. There's the heart. There's the soul of Impact Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is still Impact World Champion, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
Can Josh Alexander have a repeat from last year? I mean, you're gonna have to tune in to find out.
Still to come here on BTI, it's Knockouts action as KiLynn King takes on Jody Threat. Who will leave victorious tonight on BTI? We don't have to wait long to find out. But up next, it's our social media top 5, Clapback Moment of the Week, Iceman Intel, and more. BTI continues right after this. Welcome back to BTI, everyone. Josh Matthews all alone here. I can stretch out. I don't have to share words with G or space with G. I don't even care if I went out of frame there, Kevin. Did I? Am I still? I'm still in. Look at all the room I have here on this beautiful BTI set. While I sit here and enjoy this set, you guys enjoy the social media top 5.
And now, the social media top 5 moments on BTI. Number 5.
Night 1 of the UK Invasion Tour is completely sold out.
Number 4.
We found out the shocking truth last week that KiLynn King was the one who attacked Taylor Wilde.
Number 3.
We've got another sold-out show, and it's the biggest one of the year, Bound for Glory.
Number 2.
Frankie Kazarian finally put an end to his rivalry with Eddie Edwards.
And at number 1.
We saw a strange alliance between Dirty Dango and Oleg Prudius.
You know, in the history of this show, we've been doing it for what feels like forever. I've never been the subject of the Clapback Moment of the Week. It's because everybody loves me. But nobody likes this particular person. It's the Clapback Moment of the Week. Check it out.
The Clapback Moment of the Week is
A clapback fitting for the newest Hall of Famer.
I get it, it's a blanket statement to say that nobody likes a certain person, but sometimes you could just feel it, right? If somebody walks into the room, the energy changes. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know who always changes the attitude and the energy in a room? It's Iceman, because he's always telling you what's going on inside the world of Impact Wrestling.
Welcome to Icemans Intel. I'm George Iceman. Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend we are live on pay-per-view, so order it today. Be a part of all the action. It's going to be absolutely incredible. History about to be made. Now, if you know about the history of Bound for Glory, there's always a few surprises. So I've been combing through my Rolodex. I've been making texts, phone calls, contacting some people, and ladies and gentlemen, here's the scoop. It looks like there was a flight booked, there was transportation set up, a hotel was booked for someone. I can't figure out exactly who. They're keeping it hush-hush, but it looks like there is a possible surprise for Bound for Glory. So tune in this weekend and check it out live on pay-per-view.
TV that KiLynn King was the one who assaulted her own tag team partner, Taylor Wilde, with a tire iron at Emergence. Kylynn King says she no longer needs the Coven or Taylor Wilde.
Well, we'll see how well she fares tonight against Jody Threat.
Remember the accusations that Kylynn King cast at Jody Threat the night of Emergence when Threat had to team up with King with Wilde assaulted backstage.
Her opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the Wild Child, Jody Threat.
And Jody Threat that night at Emergency vehemently denied attacking Taylor Wilde. King and Threat got into it recently in the 10-person tag team matchup on Access TV. Now they get to settle this thing. It's Threat versus King next on BTI. Thank you for joining us on Impact Plus YouTube and Facebook. This is BTI. Oh, and Threat taking down Kylynn King. And Gia, we talked about it before the break. Kylynn King was trying to cast blame at Jody Threat for taking out Taylor Wilde at Emergence. And instead, it was Kylynn King who accidentally copped to it last week on Access TV. Assaulted Taylor Wilde with a tire iron that night in Toronto.
Yeah, I know Jody Threat has been wanting to get her hands on Kylynn King for a while.
Threat attacking King in the corner. Fans still making their way in here to Graceland Live in Memphis, Tennessee. This is a huge week for Impact Wrestling. Battle for Glory is this Saturday, live in Chicago. There's a cover by Threat and a kick out by King at one, who rolls out.
Tom, you may not know this, but I spent a lot of time with both of these women, and they are two of the strongest on our roster.
To the eyes. King going to the eyes of Threat.
So you know this is going to be a brutal matchup here tonight, especially with what's been going on between these two.
Two very hard-hitting women, and down goes Threat onto the apron.
Oh my goodness.
Said not Taylor Wilde. It's all about Kylynn King.
Oh, it's a tale as old as time, isn't it, Tom?
Happens plenty of times in tag teams and the history of pro wrestling, and it's a shame, really, considering the success the Coven had. They won the Knockouts World Tag Team titles in their first match as a tandem.
Right. I can't help but wonder, maybe that immediate success has gone to King's head. Maybe she's getting a little too big for her britches, as my mama might say.
And your mama's here in attendance here this evening in Memphis. Here's the thing, is that over the past year for Kylynn King here in Impact, there are plenty of supporters of hers who believe that she has tremendous potential. She has really shined in her opportunities. Remember the matchup she had over the summer. So the first person to battle Trinity, the current Knockouts World Champion. Trinity's first match in Impact on Access TV was against them. One out of the tag champs, Kylynn King.
Yeah, and it was an incredible matchup. I mean, I think that we could be looking at a future Knockouts champion.
Knee right to the face, and now Kylynn King. Great sequence there, hooked to the inside, leg and a kick out by Threat.
But I suppose that's only if she plays her tarot cards right.
Now Kylynn King taking her time. Plenty of action still to come this evening on Access TV once everything gets underway at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see Crazy Steve versus Black Taurus. It's no disqualifications.
I personally never look forward to seeing Crazy Steve, considering what he's been doing lately. He stabbed Tommy Dreamer in the spine with a fork.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just hoping that I'm gonna see some pretty good stuff from Black Taurus.
And speaking of the knockouts still to come tonight, before their battle for the Knockouts World Championship this Saturday in Battle for Glory, it's the champion, Trinity, the challenger, Mickie James, up against Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans.
And speaking of championships, don't forget, we'll hear from Alex Shelley and Josh Alexander ahead of their world title match at BFG.
And both men are in the building for a sit-down interview this evening on Access TV. Right now, Kylynn King thwarting the offensive Jody Threat. Here's the cover and a kick out by Threat. Also a huge tag team matchup. Moose and Brian Myers battle Rhino and PCO. Some of the players involved in Monsters Ball at Bound for Glory. Face first, shoots the half. Kick out there by Threat once again.
Have you picked out your ball gown?
I have not. It's going to be a spectacular catastrophe. That's the history of Monsters Ball, especially playing out on our biggest stage, Bound for Glory.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, you know everyone's going to want to go out of this year with a bang.
Oh, look out. Jody Threat out of the corner.
Incredible. The athleticism of Jody Threat is just, it never ceases to amaze me. I want to be Jody Threat when I grow up.
Tornado suplex there out of the corner. Jody Threat was on quite the winning streak when she first signed on with Impact Wrestling in the spring. Had a great battle with then Knockouts World Champion Deonna Purrazzo before Slammiversary. Herself trying to find what's next for her here at Impact. And now Jody Threat. Kick right to the stomach.
Almost as fiery as that hair.
Off the pump kick. Double knees. And KiLynn King hit with a German suplex. Jumps into the cover. By KiLynn King, able to stay in this fight.
Oh, what's it going to take? I mean, like I was saying earlier, these are two of the strongest knockouts on our roster. It's going to take a lot to put either one of these women down.
Now Threat up under the shoulders. Is it time for pop shove it? Finishing move for Jody Threat. And KiLynn King able to slip down the back, out to the apron, keeps Jody Threat at bay. Oh, and dropped it right to the midsection. Oh, and King came down hard.
I think KiLynn King may have injured her knee.
Jody, no, back it up. She's hurt. She's hurt. She's hurt.
Get it off.
My God, the referee's calling for some medical assistance here at ringside. KiLynn King did land awkwardly on her left knee. I want to take you back and just show you real quick here what happened. KiLynn King went awkwardly through the ropes and just landed on the right way. Any wrestler will tell you it's just can happen that quickly. Knee just buckled there, and KiLynn King appears to be in a lot of pain. Feel the remorse from Jody Threat. She did not want this to. Oh, wait a minute! Oh, and KiLynn King feigned an injury.
Where did she take her acting lessons from?
All right, now tosses Jody Threat back inside the ring.
I knew somebody was playing possum.
Oh, no, now trying to set up Jody Threat.
No.
King's curse. Cover. KiLynn King takes the low road and beats Threat.
He was your winner, KiLynn King.
Well, a victory for KiLynn King. What an incredible matchup.
Let's take a look back here. First of all, KiLynn King went outside the ring, landed awkwardly, it appeared, and looked like she had damaged her left knee. She was lying in wait, was just trying to beat Jody Threat, smash her into the steel post at ringside, got her back inside the ring, and hit the King's curse here. KiLynn King yell out, all hail the King. KiLynn King assaulted her own tag team partner with a tire iron. Did whatever it took to get a win here against Jody Threat. This is what KiLynn King is really all about.
Great way to kick off the night, knockouts action, and folks, it's just getting started. It is the final Impact Wrestling before we head to Chicago this weekend for Bound for Glory, the biggest night of the year here in Impact Wrestling, and what a night it promises to be. You can look at any match on the card this weekend. The World Championship on the line, Josh Alexander versus Alex Shelley. Who's going to win the Impact World Championship? The Knockouts Championship is on the line. Who will leave as the Knockouts World Champion? Will it be Trinity? Will it be Mickie James? All the matches that will take place this weekend promise to change the landscape of Impact Wrestling. But what's going to happen on the final 2 hours before we get there? Impact starts now.